The answer is 67 degrees. Okay. What do we know? The question tells you that number one, ABCD is a rhombus. So the first thing that you should have done is to label your 4 equal lengths in a rhombus. That's number one. And number two, you should have labeled your parallel sides in the rhombus. So that is always a habit that you should develop. When the question tells you it's a specific special shape, label parallel sides if they exist, label equal lengths if they exist. Second thing they tell you, equilateral triangle. So again, 3 equal sides. And from the 3 equal sides, you will get 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree. Okay? So because you know that this is a parallelogram, and they tell you that VGH is a straight line, you want to find angle Y, which is here. You ask yourself, what angles do you think you need? So likely you have the 60 degree over there already, right? So there is a very high possibility that you would want to find this angle normally. Okay? There is a very high possibility. The other possible alternative maybe is to find this angle. But from the diagram, it likely looks to you that you would likely want to find this particular triangle. And therefore, the angle in red is the one that you need to find, and you should know that this is vertically opposite angle. So that is how you work backwards from the angle that they want you to find. You work backwards and ask yourself, what do I need? Okay? So you tell yourself, you need to find the red angle. To find the red angle, you likely have to make use of the other triangle, right? And therefore, they also give you the 155 for a reason. Now, go and fill in what other information you can. So if this is a rhombus, you ought to know that this will also be 102 degrees. Diagonally opposite angles in a rhombus or a parallelogram are equal. And that now allows you to find angle CDG. So angle CDG is equal to 360 degrees minus 155 degrees minus 102 degrees, because angles at a point. Okay, so that will give you 103 degrees. So this will be 103 degrees. You write it into the diagram. Next, they tell you that DGH is a straight line. So you have the 96 degree here. So what's the other angle they can also find? You can find this angle over here. So that is your angle EGD. Angle EGD equals to 180 minus 60 minus 96. And that will give me 24 degrees. Angle sum on the straight line. Okay? Once I have this is 24, I can now find my angle. I can now find this angle which they didn't label the point there for you. Okay, so if they never label a point you want, you can go and label the point yourself. So I'm just going to label it as point I. So angle DIG is therefore equals to 180 minus 24 minus 103. And that should give you 53 degrees. And you should know that if this is 53, this will also be 53. And now you can go and find your answer to angle Y. And therefore, angle Y, again using sum of angles in a triangle, minus the 60 degree in the equilateral triangle, and minus the 53 degrees that you just found to give you 67.